Hello there and welcome to The Bit of Peacock. It's my channel where we talk all things Leeds United. It's a match preview, Leeds fans. I've done it back to back. I'm putting it out on Friday, but I have recorded it the day earlier and straight after pretty much uh, the transfer rumours around Leeds video that went out on Thursday evening, and maybe you've watched it by now. Let me know in the comments as well what you're thinking on those rumours that I spoke about. But it's a match preview. We're playing Preston North End at Ellen Road on Sunday, the 21st of January. It's a midday kickoff, 12 p.m. kickoff for this one. Bit of an odd time to kick off a championship game, but it is. We will. It is what it is. We will know what most of the teams have done come the time we kick off. Obviously, most of them are playing on Saturday, but there is a top of the table clash. Of course, we'll be keeping our eye on Monday evening. Leicester, of course, host Ipswich Town. The top two still are the top two. They go head to head on Monday evening. Of course, we could be just 4 points behind Ipswich come their kickoff on Monday night. Let's hope we are. And it's Preston who come to our road, who come to Leeds. And Leeds are looking for a bit of revenge, aren't we, Leeds fans? We're looking to get them back for that Boxing Day beating we took at Deepdale. Obviously, yes, a few weeks ago we went down 2-1 to Preston. A lot of bad feeling on that day. It was definitely not Christmas cheer, was it, for Leeds? Um, but we go again. We've done a little bit better since that defeat and then the one that followed at West Brom as well. So hopefully we can put the sword into Preston on Sunday and just see them off. And I believe we will. I think you go into every home game sort of you are you're quite confident, aren't you? Particularly playing, no disrespect to Preston, because let's be honest, they did beat us a few weeks ago at Deepdale, but I feel like we should be beating these sort of teams. For me, it's a similar sort of team as Cardiff, and obviously we dismantled them at their own stadium. I do believe that Ellen Road is a bit of a fortress now. Obviously, we're um, unbeaten there, aren't we, this season, and I don't think that'll come to an end just yet. Um, Certainly not on Sunday, but look, you never know. It's football, isn't it? Obviously, Ryan Lowe still in charge of Preston. I'm doing this before any of the team news has come out, so it's a little bit of a. I don't really know much in terms of who's fit, who's not at this moment in time. But we'll wait and see on that. I'm sure. I think Fark probably doing it tomorrow as of recording. So today, if you're watching this, I think he'll do it today on Friday. So, but let's wait and see. So I don't really know much about the team coming that will line up. I expect it might be similar to the one that played against Cardiff. Really, I thought Ilya Gruev really stayed, really had a claim and made himself look very good in terms of putting himself in for a start for this one as well. Obviously, I don't know the injury, like I said, of Liam Cooper. Maybe Cooper's still out, but probably you would probably still go with Ethan Ampadu at centre back alongside his compatriot Joe Rodon. I would say why not go for that again and have Ilya in the middle with Glenn Kamara, because those two seem to play very well together. It was completely controlled on Saturday. I hope for a similar sort of thing on Sunday, and at home, like I said, at home you just fancy us, don't you? Against anybody really, and I just yeah I don't see any other winner than Leeds United, but football is football, and like you said, you probably would have said that at Preston a few weeks ago, but our away form hasn't been good. Hopefully, with that win at Cardiff, we've arrested that to some degree. So, yeah, hopefully, but yeah, Preston look Ryan Lowe. I think that Leeds win, obviously on Boxing Day, kept him in a job. They have since, if we look at the last five, that Leeds was the last of that, um, of that sequence. So they've won two of the last five championship games, losing two of them in the process. Sorry, I think they've lost three. Have they of them actually? I can't. I think they've lost three of the last five um, championship games. There was an FA Cup game as well that thumping at Chelsea 4-0 as well. But they won the last time out on Saturday, a 2-0 win against Bristol City at Deepdale. Sees them just hovering in now those group of teams that are just below the playoffs, 3 points below the playoffs. Obviously, there'll be more come kick off on Sunday, but they won't be too far off the playoffs. And they're always that team who are in and around the playoffs, aren't they? And in the mix for it. And generally, more often than not, don't end up getting it. But who knows what can happen? It's so tight in that area of the table that anything could happen. A few wins and you catapulted into the playoff positions. So obviously, in terms of Leeds, we need to like I said, put pressure on Ipswich in second, and Southampton as well above us, and you know hopefully they'll blink at some point and lose a game finally, but you never do know. But by the time we kick off by the time Ipswich kick off, we could be as little as 4 points behind them. And obviously, if they don't win and they lose the game, we've got another chance to close the gap on Wednesday against Norwich. Obviously, it's one game at a time. We will get to that, when we get to it. But it's a real chance for Leeds this to start closing the gap. It's 2 winnable games at home. Come a week, come next week, this time next week, maybe we're just a point behind Ipswich. So look, things can change very quickly, or we could be even further behind them. It's one of them. But for me, I think we go and beat Preston on on um, on Sunday. But if we look, I think I haven't actually looked at the form of this fixture as I usually like to do, but I haven't done it actually. So I'd be lying about it if I said I had or tried to make it up. So I think the last time Preston came to Leeds, I think it was actually Boxing Day of maybe 2019 it would have been. I think it was a 1-1 draw. I think Stuart Dallas scored for Leeds, but I can't remember off the top of my head. And like I said, I haven't looked at that like I usually do, but I haven't this time. But I'm pretty sure that was the last time Preston came to Ellen Road. Obviously, we spoke about the last game previously in this season. Obviously, still pretty fresh, obviously, in the memory of Leeds United fans. Obviously, Boxing Day 2023, a few weeks ago, Leeds went to Preston and went down a very disappointing, frustrating day. Meslier, please do not push that man in the face. If he goads you this time, just hold on to the ball and just throw it out or whatever. Give him a few verbals if you want to. Just throw the ball out. Don't push him in the face. Keep you cool and don't get yourself sent off, because that's obviously what did us in that game. I do believe probably we would have won that match if we weren't down to 10 men and the momentum swung their way. They got a quick goal after the sending off, and obviously a late goal sealed it. Obviously, we've got to watch out again for Liam Miller. They know all about him now if they didn't beforehand. For me, Preston, even on that day, were extremely poor. And it was just one of them days for Leeds. So Miller is one to watch out for. Obviously, we know Alan Brown and this sort of thing, and Dwayne Holmes maybe on his day, but generally Leeds are a lot better than this team. And at home, you'd expect them to particularly maybe thinking, well, we want to get these back for that Boxing Day game. You'd have thought Leeds would have too much, particularly at Ellen Road for Preston. And hopefully we can get 3 points. But let me know your thoughts on it in the comments there below. March on together. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Thanks a lot. March on together. I'll see you on the next one.